I want my damn respect too.
We back. Here's a warning about the Milwaukee Bucks. It's about the win total for the Bucks next season. Their win total is set for over under 53 wins. So what's my warning about the Bucks win total? Well, let me give you some context about Milwaukee's season and their roster. By the way, like, subscribe, let's get into it. So the context I want to talk about, Chris Middleton made some interesting comments during media day.
But in regards to, this season, is that, I don't think I would be ready for the start of the season, hopefully, soon after that.
So Middleton just got the cast off his wrist 1 week before media day, and he's just strengthening it now. That basically means that he had the cast on all summer, but didn't get to train much because of it, and he's not going to be ready for the start of the season. So when he does come back, he's going to take time to get up to game speed, so he might actually have a slow start to the season. At the earliest, he's expected to miss the first week of the season, but the team might be cautious of bringing him back. They'll want to actually give him enough time to recover, to rehab, and then he has to get back up to game speed as well. So Chris Middleton's gonna not start the season. That's already one drawback. Other health related issues are gonna be about Joe Ingles. Joe Ingles is not gonna be on the court anytime soon. He's gonna be out till January because of his torn ACL. The Bucks are now going to have to rely on Grayson Allen, Jordan Nwora, Pat Connaughton, rookie Marjon Beauchamp as their wings going forward. That's a pretty okay wing rotation. Another thing we do have to also keep in mind, most of the roster is actually over 31 years of age. Chris Middleton is 31, Brook Lopez is 34, Drew Holiday is 32, George Hill, the backup point guard, he's 36. Wes Matthews is 35, Serge Ibaka is 33. The only rotation player under 28 is Grayson Allen, and of course, the big dog, Giannis. The older players get, the more likely they are to get injured, especially soft tissue injuries. Don't forget about James Harden. It's not a surprise that in this last 2 seasons, he's having recurring hamstring injuries. That's probably also what's been slowing him down. And of course, for the Bucks, if Giannis gets injured, it's game over. This is a wrap for the season. You're not doing anything without Giannis. Now, 53 wins isn't that hard to beat if the team is healthy all season, but there's plenty of evidence saying that this team will prioritize health in the playoffs over winning regular season games. There is evidence that you don't have to start the season to have success in the playoffs. You don't necessarily have to be playing great right from the beginning of the season itself, especially if you don't really care about seeding. Usually championship teams that have confidence that you have the best player in the series, when you're talking about those types of teams, they don't really care about seeding too much outside of getting maybe home court. Last season, the Celtics were the 11th seed in December. They climbed all the way up to the first seed and went to the finals. Luka last season missed 14 games out of the first 35 games at the start of the season. The Mavs ended up being the 4th seed and went to the Western Conference Finals. So you can see, it's not exactly a 1-to-1 comparison. Giannis is definitely on the level of Luka, of Jason Tatum, but he's also way more proven. His team is also way more proven. They won a championship. Most of that championship roster is on the current roster right now. Giannis is already a 2-time MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. Most people that you ask, they're going to call him the best player in the league right now. Giannis might have to carry more during the regular season because of injuries, Chris Middleton being out. That carrying by Giannis is probably what's going to put him into the race for getting his 3rd MVP. I legit think that he's gonna be in the race again this year. He should have a legit case for a 2. He's been getting that LeBron treatment, the whole voter fatigue thing, but it's been 2 seasons since he won MVP. He's still very much in his prime. He's been in shape all summer, playing Euro basketball all summer. He's going to be on a tear this season. And I think he's going to be putting up ungodly numbers. The only other player that puts up these types of advanced numbers is Jokic, who now is probably going to get the voter fatigue experience right now. There's also the fact that the Eastern Conference got a lot more competitive. So now games against the Cavs, the Sixers, the Nets, they're going to be a lot more different than last season. Even non-playoff teams, like say the Pistons, the Magic, those teams are also going to be more competitive this year and capable as of winning more games. They have Cade, they have Boncaro, they have Franz Wagner, they have a whole Jaden Ivey, for example. They have a whole bunch of good, talented, high draft lottery picks that are going into their second seasons, their rookie seasons. They're building around them. So these games are not going to be those old cakewalks anymore. So think carefully about that Bucks win total of 53. There's plenty of evidence pointing to the fact that the Bucks are going to have a tough regular season. That and the fact that the Bucks don't even care about the regular season anymore. Their focus is on the playoffs. And if the team is healthy, specifically Giannis, Jrue, and Chris Middleton, they should be considered the team to beat in the East.